So, the film begins with a girl named Mikhail, whom we see packing in a panic and running away from home. On the way, she keeps getting calls from her friend Ben, which she continuously ignores. At this time, the car radio is on, and she receives a warning alert from the radio. It becomes clear that the condition of the country was getting quite bad. The government had cut off electricity in many cities and had also shut down internet connections. There must have been a very big reason behind this as well, which had not yet been revealed to the public. Hearing all this, Michelle also starts to panic a little. Just then she gets another call from her friend, which she answers this time. They start arguing. Michael got so absorbed in this fight that she wasn't paying attention to the road. Suddenly, a huge truck came from the front and her car collided with it and crashed badly. The accident was extremely horrific, causing Michael to lose consciousness, and the scene cuts off here. In the next scene, when Mikhail regained consciousness, she found herself in a strange room. It didn't look like a hospital room, but rather seemed like the basement of some place. She saw that she was being treated, but the strange thing was that her knee was tied to a chain there. It didn't take her long to realize that she was in great danger. Had she been kidnapped? Many such thoughts were running through her mind, but then she notices that her mobile phone was also with her. If someone had kidnapped her, then why would her phone be with her? She quickly tries to use the phone but realizes that there is no signal at all. She becomes even more frightened, and in her panic, she hears the sound of someone walking in the distance. Out of fear, she started covering herself with the blanket she had with her. Just then, a middle-aged man entered this small room. At first glance, he didn't look like a kidnapper, but Michael was extremely scared. She raises her hands right there and starts begging him for her life. When the man doesn't pay attention to her words, Michelle tells him, "Let me go quietly, otherwise my family is already searching for me with the police." Even after Michael's threat, the man's expression doesn't change, so Michael asks him, "What is it that you actually want? Do you want to kill me?" The man shakes his head and replies, "I just want to save you." Saying this, he goes outside and returns after a short while with a key and some crutches. Handing them to her, he says, "You will need these things." Michael notices that due to the accident, her knee is badly injured and has been put in a cast. After the man leaves from there, Michael first frees herself using the keys. Then, she carefully takes the crutch and sharpens its wooden end with a small knife she has. She turns it into her own makeshift weapon and then patiently waits for the man to come back again. But when the man doesn't return even after a long time, she comes up with a new plan to lure and trap him. She sets a piece of cloth on fire and places it over the ventilation here. As soon as the smoke starts coming out from here, the man immediately comes over. As soon as the man arrives, she immediately launches an attack from behind. But before she can do anything else, the man overpowers her with a single move and injects her with something, causing her to lose consciousness. Now, when Michelle regained consciousness, the man was sitting in front of her. He told Michael, "My name is Harvard." He said, "Please don't repeat the mistakes you made today." So Michael says to him, "Then please let me go." Then the man says, "I can't let you go. It is impossible for you to leave from here. Actually, the air outside in the world is no longer fit for us to breathe. We've been attacked. I don't know what kind of attack it is, but I do know that you can remain perfectly safe and protected inside this bunker with me." Now Mitchell asks, "How did I get here?" So the man explains that when your car had an accident, I happened to be passing by nearby. When I saw you were injured, I brought you here. During their conversation, Michelle hears a strange sound coming from the next room. She asks, "Who's there?" But Harvard leaves without answering her, and up until this point, he hadn't blocked the door to this room. After he leaves, Michelle gets up herself to check and finds a boy whose hand is injured. She asks the boy, "Who are you? Did Harvard also bring you here by force?" To this, the boy replies, "Oh no, I came here of my own will. Actually, this bunker was built by Harvard and me together." While they are talking, Harvard also arrives and starts giving her a tour of the bunker. Michael notices that the bunker has all the necessities. There was enough food, water, and books here to last for many years. Harvard then takes her to the outer door of the bunker and opens one of the two doors of the bunker. When Michelle looks outside the bunker through the second door, she sees two pigs there who were writhing in pain. Their bodies were badly injured, and the car that Michelle had her accident with was also parked there. This car must belong to Harvard. She realized that Harvard had lied to her when he said he was just passing by at the time of the accident. She understood that her accident had actually happened with Harvard and wondered why Harvard was lying about it. This thought left her confused. Now, still confused, Michael returns to her room, and at this time the boy comes to her. He tells Michael that Harvard used to be a Navy officer. He knew that sooner or later there would definitely be an attack here. That is exactly the reason why he had this bunker built. I helped him out a lot in building this bunker, and then he gathered all the necessary supplies here for almost 4 years, food, water, and everything else. At first, even I didn't believe what he was saying, but then a couple of days ago, the government declared a state of emergency in the country. The electricity and internet connection were cut off, and then I saw a red light in the sky. I understood that our country had been attacked. That's why I ran and came to this bunker. Here, Mitchell asks him, "Are you sure that a war has broken out outside?" He says, "Yes, there is a war outside, and now the air outside is polluted. We humans can't breathe in that air. If we do, we'll get sick and die. That's why I'm in this bunker. We can live comfortably here for the next 4 years, and in 4 years, the air outside will start to become clean again." Michelle says, "I don't believe these things. Who knows, the red light you saw outside might have just been firecrackers. And who knows, Howard might be lying to both of us about the air outside being polluted. Who knows, maybe there wasn't even a war outside. Because when I went near the outer door, I heard the sound of a car passing by from there." Mikkel's words also confuse the man, and now Mikkel decides that she will uncover the truth no matter what. She comes up with a plan in her mind, and when Howard calls both of them to eat, she notices that the bunker keys are hanging near Howard's pocket. Following her original plan, she provokes Howard to trigger an angry reaction, and when Howard steps forward to hit her in anger, she steals his keys. While eating, when Howard notices that his keys are no longer hanging near his pocket, he realizes that Michael must have taken them. Before he can get the keys back, Michael attacks Howard with a glass lying nearby and escapes from there. She quickly goes and opens the first door of the bunker, and just then, Howard comes after her. She was about to open the second door when suddenly a woman appeared there who was badly injured. She was banging on the bunker door, pleading with Michelle, "Please let me into the bunker, save me." But Howard shouts from behind, "Do not open that door. If you open the door, the toxic air from the outside will come in, and as soon as we breathe it, we will all die in excruciating agony, just like this woman." Michael sees that the woman was so desperate from her suffering that she banged her head against the bunker door and ended her own life. After witnessing all of this, Michelle realized that Howard was not lying. She then goes back into the bunker with Howard. Anyway, now their lives start passing by like this. The three of them start living here like a family. To pass the time, they play a lot of games, and one day, Howard gives Michelle his daughter's clothes and also shows her a picture of his daughter. He tells her that he used to love his daughter very much, but his wife turned his daughter against him and left him. Today, Howard also confesses to her that Michael's accident actually happened because of his car. He explains that when he got the news that they were under attack, he panicked a lot. He wanted to get into the bunker as quickly as possible, and in all that chaos, his car collided with her. "You were badly injured. I couldn't take you to the hospital because I had to get into this bunker. That's why I brought you into this bunker and started treating you myself." After hearing this story, Michael's sympathy for Howard grows even more. A few more days pass slowly like this, and then one day, something incredibly heavy passes directly over their bunker, causing a massive commotion inside. Howard tells them urgently that it is a military tank. It must be the enemy who has come all the way here to check if there are any survivors left alive. He also tells them that the enemy could have come in an ordinary truck or van as well, but they came in a tank because the air here is heavily polluted, it has become quite toxic, and tanks have air cleaning filters, just like the one I have installed in this bunker. That is the reason we are still alive. Anyway, the tank moves away from their bunker and they breathe a sigh of relief. But this relaxation didn't last long. The very next moment, alarms start ringing inside their air filter system. Because of the tank passing by, there was some problem in their system. Now Howard says to Michelle, "You're slim. You'll be able to get inside this air vent. Just go inside and fix any broken pipes you find." Michelle does go inside, but once there, she notices that this air vent also leads outside the bunker, and there's even a ladder installed there. There, she also finds a girl's earring, and above the vent, she sees the word "help" written. Just as Howard had told her, she finishes all the work and comes back out. But the very next day, as soon as she gets a chance, she tells the other guy everything, that when she went inside, she saw "help" written on the vent. There was also a girl's broken fingernail there, as if she had tried to escape, and she found this earring there as well. She says that this earring belongs to the same girl Howard claimed was his daughter. She even takes out pictures of that girl from Howard's books and shows them to the guy. The guy says, "This is not Howard's daughter. I know this girl. She was my sister's classmate, and she has been missing for the past 2 years." Hearing this, Michael's suspicions start to get confirmed that Howard is definitely deceiving them. He must be planning to do something bad to them. But what exactly did he want to do? He wasn't lying, was he? Michael himself had seen that woman dying in agony outside. The air outside was indeed polluted. There really was an attack outside. That much was confirmed. But who knows, maybe the air outside was polluted for some other reason, and there was never any war at all, and their lives are actually in danger because of Howard. Both of them think about it a lot and finally decide that they will conduct their own investigation. They plan to leave the bunker as well, but while ensuring their own safety, they now try to make a safety suit using some bottles, some plastic wrappings, and a duct tape. But Howard becomes suspicious of these things, and one day he takes them near a cabin. He makes both of them take a heavy drum outside, and then, grabbing a cutter and some thread from them, he throws these items into the drum. He wanted to show them that this acid is so dangerous that if someone falls into it, not even a trace of their body remains. From Howard's words and actions, the boy realizes that Howard has figured out their tricks. That's why the boy takes all the blame upon himself, so that at least nothing happens to Michael. The boy says, "I always noticed that Michael respected you a lot, but she never respected me. That's why I was making a weapon for myself, so that I could scare her and force her to respect me through fear and intimidation." Hearing all this, Howard pulls out a gun from his pocket and shoots him straight in the head, killing him in a single second, and Michael panics badly after witnessing all this. Several days pass in this state of panic, and then, after some time, we see Michelle once again working on completing that suit, because she had realized that their lives were in danger no matter what. She was still working on the suit when she sensed Howard approaching. She hurriedly shoved the suit under her bed, but she couldn't hide it entirely from his view. Howard spotted the garment, and before he could react or take any action against Michelle, Michelle understands everything and leaves the room, locking the door behind her so that Howard can't follow her. As she makes her way, she scatters various objects all around so that it would take Howard a lot more time to reach her. Howard was very fast too. He kept chasing her quickly, and instead of heading toward the outer door, Michelle turned toward another room. We find out that she had turned toward the room where acid was kept in the cabin. She quickly takes out the acid and throws it on the floor. When Howard arrives there, his foot unfortunately slips and he plummets down onto the acid, burning to death instantly right there. Taking advantage of the situation, Michelle goes into the air filtration system where there was a ladder. Carefully climbing up this ladder, she first carefully applies her acid to melt the heavy metal lock here, and then she finally manages to open this small door to get out. Before going outside, she put on the suit she had made. After coming out, she noticed that birds were flying in the sky above. If the air had been poisonous or polluted, the birds would have died. She realized that the air here was not poisonous and that Howard had been lying to her. She then takes off her mask and breathes in the fresh air. She feels that the air is extremely fresh. She didn't have any trouble breathing at all. She now also spots her car parked at a distance and decides to get in and leave this place immediately. But just then, she sees something strange in the distance. Something was slowly descending from the sky above. It was an alien ship, and as she watched, an alien emerged from it and appeared right in front of her within seconds. Seeing this alien, she becomes extremely frightened. She never expected that there could be aliens in this world. To save her life, she gets into the car, but the alien is trying to catch her at any cost. This time, she had a lighter and a piece of cloth with her. She soaks the cloth in petrol, sets it on fire, and throws it into the alien's mouth, causing the alien to burn, writhe in pain, and die. And before any other alien could come after her, she quickly gets out of this car, sits in another car, and starts it up. Through the radio, she learns that the aliens had actually attacked this world. In the attack by these aliens, almost all humans have been killed, and the few survivors left are on the outskirts of the city. Michelle promptly makes her way to the address that was broadcast on the radio, and with her revealed to be alive in this manner, the movie ends here. With this twist, it is revealed that the attack everyone thought was by enemies throughout the movie was actually an alien attack, which Michelle also managed to survive. Michelle realized that the injured woman she saw at the start of the movie was also a victim of these aliens' attack. And the pigs that were injured there were also wounded in the same alien attack. Anyway, she survived a terrifying alien attack, and with the unanswered mystery of how long she will be able to keep herself alive, the movie comes to an end right here.